Cue the intro. Alright everybody, I don't know what my intro was this time, okay? Anyways, so what's going on everybody? How's it going? How we doing? How y'all doing? How they doing? Eat that doing? I that doing it? Stop it, Lexi. Stop it. Stop it. I'm tired. I don't know if y'all got Faygo where y'all from. If y'all got Faygo where y'all from, mix the orange Faygo and the grape Faygo together. I can't. So today, we're gonna be reacting to a WrestleMania video. 10 wrestlers, WWE wrestlers, who hated doing their own moves. Now, I wanna know this because I feel like, and this is just me, I always thought that wrestlers pick and choose their own finishers and like their own signatures. I'm sure that's not always the case, but like for the most part, I thought like that was how that worked. Like if they were capable of doing it, then they chose to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if they gave me a move that I couldn't do, like anything with a flip, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just me. The sun is very friendly to me today. Anyways, let's get this going, let's get this started. Thank you guys for all your support, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for subscribing and liking and commenting, I really appreciate it. I do have like one supporter, or I got a few supporters, but I got this one supporter, his name is Jordan. He always supports, so thank you. You're like always there, and I appreciate you. So let's get this going. Let's start this.
Altogether, this was because the move itself can result in injury to themselves, and doing the move time and time again can result in long-term damage to the body. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as a wrestler simply abandoning the move entirely. If the move becomes synonymous with that wrestler, then fans are going to expect the move every time they see the wrestler perform.
I love, if you know Sheamus personally, tell Sheamus that I love him.
Whoa,
not like that. I just think he's a great
hated doing. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Number 10, Randy Orton, Overdrive. Randy Orton doing a move other than the RKO as his finishing move is hard to fathom. However, when Orton debuted in 2002, he would use the move called the Overdrive. The Overdrive move was the same as MVP's Playmaker finisher, and it was rather underwhelming, especially as a finisher. When Orton suffered a shoulder injury in 2002, he began to have second thoughts about using the Overdrive move.
Look at his hair.
When Orton ditched the move in favor of the RKO, which would go on to become one of the most iconic moves in wrestling history.
Dolph Ziggler is a top-notch seller, guys.
Sid, top rope moves. In early 2000s, it was extremely rare to see a larger superstar go to the top rope. Whereas today it's common practice to see superstars such as Keith Lee and Bronson Reed hit a top rope move. Back in the early 2000s,
not a fan of Keith
if a larger superstar went to the top rope, it was only for special matches on major pay-per-views.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
The management team wanted Sid to expand his moveset, and they wanted him to now include a move from the middle or top rope. Sid admitted he felt incredibly uncomfortable doing anything from the ropes.
Whoa.
He even noted that he didn't want to do a double axe handle, which is one of the safest moves there is. Nevertheless, at the Sim pay-per-view in 2001, Sid would hit a jumping boot from the middle rope. When he landed, all his weight came down on his foot. Now we have to blur this because it is a bit too extreme, but it resulted in one of the most brutal injuries ever seen on a wrestling pay-per-view. Number 8, Terry Runnell's Bronco Busters. During the Attitude Era, it was common for non-wrestling personalities to get physical in the ring. This was certainly the case with Terry Runnels, who had a number of matches and was even seen winning the Hardcore title at one time. Her moveset was limited, however she would often use the Bronco Buster, which was a move that was made famous by DX member X-Pac. But it seems as if Terry actually hated doing the move. She would respond to a fan on Twitter in 2020 who shared images of Terry performing a Bronco Buster on Jerry Lawler. She informed the fan that she hated doing them. Now, it's never good when you hear a wrestler doing a move that made them physically uncomfortable, and this unfortunately seemed like common practice during the Attitude Era.
I would be offended if a wrestler did that. I'd be like, get your crotch.
While Jeff Hardy was established for being a high flyer in the Hardy Boys duo, Matt Hardy was seen as more of a traditional wrestler. This didn't mean that Matt didn't have top rope moves in his moveset, as he would use a top rope leg drop throughout his career, and unfortunately it would be the move that Matt came to regret. Matt has performed the move from the top
No,
of the steel
why are
cage
you up
before,
there?
most notably at the Unforgiven
I had
pay-per-view
a-
in 2005.
Ow.
The move has resulted in Matt's back and pelvis fusing together, which limits his movement.
Okay, I have to be disciplined, I have to take care of this, I have to do certain things if I want to continue doing the love of my life and the passion of my life, which is pro wrestling.
This has forced Matt to change his style in the ring to ensure that he continue wrestling as long as he desires. Number 6, Dean Ambrose.
I had
Dirty
the
Deeds.
wrestling,
When Dean
the
Ambrose
wrestling
made his
figure
main
of Matt
roster
Hardy,
debut in
where he had
2012 as a
the
member of
camo
the Shield, he would
pants.
struggle to find an
And
appropriate
it
finisher
was
to
cool
match
to
his
see it, I don't know.
character. Interestingly, although the move changed over time, this didn't mean the name of the move changed. It was always called Dirty Deeds, which is one of the first times in history that a different move has been given the exact same name. Ambrose's initial version of Dirty Deeds involved him performing a headlock driver. Ambrose will go into more detail about why he stopped doing the original Dirty Deeds in an interview with Fightful.com. Ambrose revealed, "The headlock drive is awesome if you got the right guy doing it to the right guy. It can be the nastiest, coolest pile driver looking thing in the world. If the guy's taller than you, which so many of the guys in WWE were taller than me, it could just be really awkward and stupid
Yeah, I can
looking.
see how that.
I think
Yeah,
I gave it to
I
Randy
can,
Orton one
I
time.
can see
He was
how that
someone
may
with a
translate
significant
to
height
like,
advantage on me.
what are you doing?
It's just awkward. I was like, that's it, I'm switching this up. It was Joey Mercury's idea actually to switch the double arm DDT, and I'd never really done that before. I really kind of perfected the timing and the snap. Now I can do it in my sleep. One of the better looking ones I think you'll see. Number 5, Harley Race Headbutt. Harley Race is often credited for being the inventor of the diving
chair's
headbutt.
breaking
This
down.
move has gone on to be used by the likes of Chris Benoit and Daniel Bryan. Number 4, Seth Rollins
Yeah,
Pedigree.
like-
When Vince McMahon decided to ban the curb stomp move in 2015, Seth Rollins was forced to use a brand new finishing move. Instead of creating something unique, they decided to allow Rollins to use the pedigree. Rollins was involved in an ongoing storyline with Triple H at the time, and it made a lot of sense for Rollins to use the move. However, when Rollins was interviewed by the Mirror newspaper, he admitted that he wished that he had a finisher that was unique to him rather than directly copying someone else's finisher. He actually began to use a ripcord knee finishing move once the program with Triple H was
Ooh,
completed.
that's
It
a
wasn't
nice
too
little
long before
finisher.
Rollins was allowed to bring the curb stomp back into his moveset. Number 3, Jeff Hardy Swanton Bomb. A Swanton Bomb is one of the most iconic finishers of all time.
It's the way he just kind of throws himself off.
Jeff
Come
Hardy
on.
has used the move since the Attitude Era.
It's
and
the way
is
he kinda just
responsible for
throws
him winning
himself
a number of world titles.
talking to this
According to Jeff,
microphone,
the move
too.
has had irreversible damage on his body,
I wasn't
so
even
much
talking
so that he
about
tried to
it.
cut
Like,
back
who
on
did she
using
just-
the
who
move
did she
when he
just knock
could.
over? I didn't
Jeff
knock
has
over nobody.
admitted that in recent years his lower back has been causing him problems. It probably doesn't help that Jeff has done the move off ladders and production
Whee!
trucks in the past, so it was only a matter of time before it caught up with him. Even though Jeff cutting back on performing the famous move may be disappointing to many, this doesn't mean that Jeff has stopped performing the Twist of Fate, which has now become his default finisher on WWE live events. Number 2, Hulk Hogan, the leg drop. The leg drop was synonymous with Hulk Hogan,
I hate
meaning
that
that it would be
finish,
extremely
that
hard
as
to
a
imagine the Hulk
finisher.
still using any other
ugh.
move as a finisher. But according to Hogan, he regrets ever doing the move and he wished he picked a different finisher entirely. Speaking to the LA Times in 2019, he revealed that he wished a sleeper hold instead of a famous leg drop. He revealed, everyone says they wouldn't
If I had a finisher, who cares, Hawk? If I had a finisher, I would use a sleeper hold, like a rear naked choke, I think like choking somebody out is like brutal, and I think it's like a perfect heel finisher for sure.
on The Undertaker The Last Ride. When The Undertaker converted to the American Badass character in 2000, he debuted a brand new finishing move. Taker would begin to use the Last Ride, which in essence would be an elevated powerbomb. The move
Yeah,
was so
that looks
popular
like
with
it
fans,
hurts.
however, The Undertaker wasn't overly keen in executing the move, especially as he got older and the injuries piled up. Therefore, when Taker reverted back to the Deadman persona in 2004, he semi-retired the move, and it was only brought out for special occasions. It also didn't help that a number of wrestlers over the years have come forward and admitted that they hated taking the move. Angle admitted that it was a brutal move and it knocks the wind out of you.
I
The
bet
Undertaker
it
was
does. You're
extremely
getting
lucky
lifted
that
in
his
the air
other
by the
finishes,
Undertaker,
those being
and
the
he just-
tombstone and chokeslam, were
Excuse
equally
me,
as
thank
popular
you.
with
He's
fans.
just
Meaning that
dropping
when he
you down.
semi-retired the Last Ride, fans didn't miss out. But there you have it, folks. 10
I'm not taking no Last Ride from the Undertaker. Sorry, no, thank you. Sorry, no, no. The answer is what?
Nope.
No. Anyways, so that was that. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe. Please subscribe. As this channel grows, I'm gonna start to do like longer videos, longer reactions. I'm gonna start to try to react to the actual like active shows that are going on and stuff like that. So make sure you guys are like, commenting, and subscribing. Let's grow this channel. You know what I'm saying? There's things that I want to do, and I want to do with you guys, and I want to, you know, get like interviews and stuff like that with certain wrestlers, and like I need you guys' help to get me there too. So please make sure you guys are like, commenting, and subscribing. And to end this off, I'm gonna beat my chair down. Give me a second. To end this off, I'm Lexi, and you've just watched The Nerds Table.